Hello students, once again I am there with you to talk about Renaissance, the meaning of Renaissance, the effect on Renaissance on the contemporary European society, and what caused Renaissance in Europe at that particular point of time. All these things will be discussed in this lecture. The classical study, or you can say the study of classical Greek and Roman art and literature, came to be called Humanism. Humanism means a renewed history in interest in the study of Roman art, Greek art, literature. This is. Its devotees were called humanists. Humanism simply means the religion of humanity or devotion to human or secular interest as opposed to the divinity. Earlier during the dark ages or medieval England, they devoted their time to the study of Bible, other scriptures, and they discussed only these religious things. As divinity or dogmatic religion had been the chief concern in the Middle Ages, the new learning of humanism brought about a revolutionary change in the life and outlook of the people, in that it was a change of emphasis from the religious to the secular. So wherever there is secular interest in secular studies, or they value the secularism, there is development, there is progress, as we see in the modern world. From now on, people began to value life for its own sake and not merely as a preparation ground for the next world. In the religious societies, people are concerned about their life in the next world, to the other world after death, and they do little to improve this world, to change this world. They have no interest in this world. The secular spirit marked the end of the Middle Ages and the beginning of the new Europe, the age of a Renaissance. So it was the beginning of the Renaissance when the interest shifted from medieval or the scriptures or the religion to modernism, to humanism, to mankind. Renaissance was a cultural movement that profoundly affected European intellect, European intellectual life in the early modern period. It began in Italy. Keep this thing always in your mind. Renaissance began in Italy and spread to the rest of Europe by the 16th century. So it reached England very late. You can say during the Elizabethan period. And its influence was felt in art, in architecture, in philosophy, in literature, music, science, and technology, politics, religion, and many other aspects of intellectual field. Renaissance scholars employed the humanist method in study. What is the humanist method? Inquire. Don't accept whatever is served to you by the authorities or by the religious authorities or political authorities. So people, the humanists, the Renaissance scholars, searched for realism and human emotion in art. In all, the Renaissance could be viewed as an attempt by intellectuals to study and improve the secular and worldly both through the revival of ideas from antiquity, from classics, from Greek and Latin literature, art, music, all these things, and through novel approaches to thought. They inquired things or evolved things or developed things from a different angle. Renaissance humanism looked to classical Greek and Roman texts to change the contemporary thought, allowing for the new mindset after the Middle Ages. They accepted the classical and the Greek and Roman texts. They reinterpreted them from the modern perspective, and they created a new mindset of inquiry, of questioning. They now had a critical approach to everything. Renaissance readers who read classical and Greek literature understood these classical texts as focusing on human decisions, on focusing on actions and creations rather than unquestioningly following the rules set forth by the Catholic Church as God's plan. They did not accept everything served to them by the religious authorities, by the scriptures. No, they inquired. They developed new perspectives. Renaissance literature too was characterized by humanist themes and a return to classical ideals of tragedy and comedy in drama. Shakespeare's works, especially Hamlet, are good examples of this. I will discuss Hamlet. I will discuss Marlowe's Dr. Faustus in the coming videos in detail. So for now, I am just mentioning the names of the great plays written by the English dramatists. So themes like human agency, the themes like life's non-religious meanings, the themes like the true nature of men are embraced during the Renaissance. And Hamlet is an educated Renaissance man. So you can have a glimpse of a Renaissance character in the character of Hamlet. A scholarly study of classical texts, they resurrected the ancient Greek belief that creation was constructed around perfect laws and reasoning. There was an escalation in the study during this period. There was an escalation, there was an augmentation, acceleration in the study of astronomy, in the study of anatomy, in the study of medicine, geography, alchemy, you can say mathematics and architecture as the ancients studied them. They had deep interest in architecture. The classical scholars had deep interest in mathematics, in physics, and in literature. The Renaissance was a time of transition from the ancient world to the modern world and provided the foundation for the birth of the age of enlightenment. So this age of enlightenment continued for many years, and they wrote, the people of Europe, Europeans wrote treatises on science and literature and music and art, so on and so forth. The developments in science, in art, in philosophy and trade, as well as technological advancements like the printing press, left lasting impression on society and set the stage for many elements of our modern culture. Many elements came to existence during that period in Europe. So Renaissance, during the Renaissance period, the foundation of modern world was laid. The foundations of modern thinking, modern perspectives were laid. And we are the outcomes of the Renaissance thinking, effort to get knowledge.